This is Barnstable Today for Thursday, December 18th. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford. And keep in mind, the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
There's excitement within the Airport Commission about a new type of aircraft that could reduce noise at Barnstable Airport. That's our focus today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
Island Air has been looking into the Cessna Grand Caravan aircraft for some time, and now with the new aircraft about to become part of the fleet, Airport Commission Vice Chair John Griffin is enthusiastic.
Just a brief comment. There was some mention earlier with regard to jet fuel purchase about the advent of having the Island Air folks introducing Caravan service here. For the benefit of people who may be watching this at some future date, I think it would be nice to have Scott LaForge or one of his representatives come before the commission and have an opportunity to tell us and the citizens what this means to the impact or the reduction of noise, the benefits to any of the early morning flights, because this is likely to be used to haul newspapers, and it's really a leap forward. And I just think it would be nice to have somebody from Island Air, if not Scott, come before the commission and just introduce everything to us and the citizens of the town.
Definitely. I know what Brent Henley, one of the owners of Island Airlines, had spoke obviously at the Finance Committee and said, they're basically the same passenger load, 9 based on FAA regulations, but they have 1,000 pounds of cargo they can take. So there would not be the need to empty the planes, load them up with papers and bring them. So it would definitely take away that early morning newspaper flight, as well as having a ride myself in that aircraft. When they first considered this a couple of years ago, it is extremely quiet compared to the 402s.
Would it be possible to have them come before the commission just to put a presentation on for the citizens?
I'm sure that Nancy would arrange that.
Correct. They just have one of these?
Right now they have one.
One of these?
Yeah, but since it's, the technology is totally different, it's a turboprop, it's just, and it'd be nice to get a full, benefit of the operator, but I think the people in Hyannis, in the surrounding villages, and in the town of Yarmouth are going to really appreciate the impact of this.
The Yarmouth representative on the Barnstable Airport Commission, Bob Howard, is also a fan of the new aircraft.
Yeah, I stole my thunder here a little bit, Vice Chairman Griffin. We're very excited about the noise of this new aircraft, and I think I reported to you people about 3 years ago, because there she is, the Grand Caravan. And when I had my meetings with Scott and the former owner of Island Airlines, they were in the process of telling us that they were going to buy this aircraft. And so I got all excited about it as well. And I guess he did come in here with it, and you have had, all of you, the girls upstairs, and I guess, Frank, you had a ride in it, and so on, about 3 years ago. And then they couldn't get the financing and so on. And I think it's a real tribute to Scott and his organization to have followed through on this. And I know that Bob Lawton and I talked to Suzanne McAuliffe about this, and Scott told me that maybe after the first year that he was going to give me a ride in it too. So I have always been a proponent of those people over there. They're doing what they said they were going to do, and they've taken some time and financing, and I'm just very excited about it. And I did have a conversation with Chip to see down the road what can be done, and I suggested to him that we have invite Scott to come to Yarmouth, and like you did, and with you perhaps, again, to explain this, take this dog and pony show on the road, if you will. So I'll tell you, I think it's going to make a big difference with our getting the public notification out here, and I think the airport is going to be looked at with aplomb. And as I say, I'm very excited about 2009.
Town Councilor Hank Farnham, who has flown on the Grand Caravan, added his thumbs up at the Airport Commission meeting.
I'd like to reiterate, I had an opportunity about two months ago to go on a little trip around in the new Grand Caravan, and it was just a really awesome plane. It is very comfortable. The first reaction was, well, this only has one engine versus what we're used to with the 402s, but it is an extremely comfortable plane. It is rugged. I mean, we went up and down, and we had some pretty good wind, as a matter of fact, and boy, I tell you, it is a huge improvement. And it's definitely a much quieter plane. Obviously a lot more money than the 402s, but I take my hat off to Highland Air for taking this step. It is a great plane.
Also at this week's meeting, Airport Commission Chair Dan Santos spoke of developer Stu Bornstein's proposal to build a 5-story high Hilton Garden Inn.
The Hilton Garden Hotel proposal for over here across from the former Mildred's on 28, we've discussed a few times. At this point where it's at is we've sent a letter to Growth Management asking for any traffic information that they have or they may have. While it was determined that there was no hazard deviation requirement to put a light at the top of the building, I think would satisfy the FAA. But we do have traffic issues. Obviously, we've done a lot with traffic and entrance and exit to the airport, particularly in on that portion of 28. So we're going to share our traffic information with Growth Management, and we'd like to get their information so that we can pull that all together and make sure that that's not going to be a traffic issue for access to the airport. And if it is, we'll know about it and be able to take action at that point. So that's our only remaining issue with that proposal at this point.
Santos also gave a progress report on the design process for a new terminal.
The terminal design status update at this point, last month we addressed the 30% design. The subcommittee has approved that. They're working on the 60% submittal, which would come to us in the end of January. So Vertex doing a very good job keeping track of that in the facility design, and that's definitely on track. The budget numbers, they have been continuously revising, and they know the budget. The estimates are being kept within the budget, and the terminal committee is making decisions as we proceed along to make sure that the budget, we adhere to the budget by, we've looked at a number of saving measures in the last month. We've made some decisions on things that would save money or consolidate, and we will continue that iterative process to make sure that we get the facility that works for us and that comes in within the budget that we have.
If you'd like to see more of this week's Airport Commission meeting, it is available on demand along with the majority of all the meetings here in town at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Meanwhile, the meeting schedule here in town is tapering off for the holidays. This evening, it's the Town Council with a fairly light agenda at 7 in the hearing room with nothing on tap for Friday.
And with snow and ice in the forecast, it provides a good opportunity to remind you that the DPW continues to look for additional contractors for clearing snow and ice off the roadways. Give the DPW a call if you're interested. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here tomorrow. I'm Mark Mumford.